All right, we finally made it to the OSPF routing protocol. This is one of the largest and most complex protocol to configure. Complex because it has a lot of attributes, and it does take a lot of processor usage on these routers. It really burdens the routers because of the Dijkstra algorithm and the shortest path first calculations that it creates. OSPF is very good, very scalable for very large enterprise networks, but definitely it is a burden on the routers. But the way that we're going to go ahead and configure OSPF is going to be very simple, very straightforward, and it will work in any network that you create. Now, OSPF, like EIGRP, if you recall from the EIGRP movie, that EIGRP used autonomous systems. Here with OSPF, we're going to use areas. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my place note, and I'm just going to put it really anywhere, and then I'll move it. We're going to be working with area 0. And I'm going to click my selector, and I'm going to put it right here, right smack in the middle, so everybody can see that. That means that all these routers are going to be in area 0. It is crucial that you remember that. Area 0 is the backbone area. In a real-world environment, you want to make sure that if you're going to configure OSPF, you have area 0 first. Because everybody, every other area must talk to area 0. They're either connected directly or indirectly, but they all must talk to area 0. That is your backbone. I can't drill that into your heads enough. All right? So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and configure area 0 on all these 3 routers. But there's different things that OSPF has. And let me get out another place note. I'm going to put it here on the side. One thing that area, and we'll go more deeper as we progress along in the course, but it has something called a process ID number. And that's just local to the router. This is local. Let me write it here. Local to the router. If I can type. The area must be the same on all routers. Once again, just like EIGRP, you could have multiple areas. It is up to you to define that line to say, hey, we need to now start creating different areas so we can isolate problems within a specific areas. And to throw a number out there, I would say that an area should have no more than 50 routers. So let's put that here. No more than 50 routers per area. Right? So that's what an area is. And what an area is, it's sharing the same routing table with all the other routers. But OSPF, very different in its calculations, completely different algorithm. The Dijkstra algorithm, very complex, trying to find the best path. Now, obviously, in this network here, it is a very basic, simple network, not much to calculate there. But as your network expands, OSPF gives you that scalability to expand your network to large, complex networks. Again, if you do that, you may think of multiple areas. So let's go ahead and let's get started and let's start talking about the process ID number.